Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So tonight I am going to can up some turkey hash. Thought I would do something a little different. So what I've started is over here I have a pot that I'm putting all of my bones in the skin and stuff like that. Over here I have some potatoes that I soaked overnight, rinsing several times to get off as much starch as possible. I cut them relatively small. You can cut them any size you like in your hash. So what I've started doing is I want to use mostly dark meat in the hash because it's just moister. And I've pulled off most of the meat off of this bone. And what I'll do, this was a leg and thigh, is let this boil for a little while, and as like on the back, like there's a lot of meat and stuff on here. It's just hard to get off these bonier pieces, so I'll let it boil for a little while, and then when it starts loosening up from these bones, I'm going to pull it back out. And I already have a half-pint jar sitting there just because that was handy. And I will can these bits for my dogs. And I will just add water to theirs because you don't want the sodium. If you add salt to your broth, you don't want to put that in their dog food. So yeah, as it gets easier to pull off, I will do that and add it for dog food. So it's just a little harder, especially when it's cold, to get off. And I already ate the cook's treat. On the back right here, these pieces that look like a little spoon, it's where the thigh meets the back. These two pieces are the best bite. I know I say it every time I'm working with the bird, but if you've not eaten those on their own, those are the best two bites on your chicken and turkey and such. So that is what I'm going to do with these pieces after they boil for a bit. So I mean, like this one here, these really bony pieces, there's a lot of meat in there. It's just hard to peel off. Let's see. So I call it pickin' chicken, but in this case it'll be pickin' turkey. And that will give me emergency food for my pets. So under that skin, see, that's a lot of meat right there. So put that waste to nothing. If you can make some extra stuff for your dogs, I highly recommend. And if I were to do a pint of this, if I get a pint of meat out of this, that's enough to mix with vegetables and rice for all of my dogs. So give them that protein. You add water to it. Use that in the rice that you cook for your dogs, and it'll add some protein. So see, that's already a full jar, but there's still meat that can be pulled off of here. It's just hard to do right now. So with the dark meat, all I'm doing is I'm pulling off the skin. Add that to your broth pot. Get off, you know, any of the fat and what have you. You know, like this little outer bit there. You could also add that to your dog's food. So just remove the less appealing stuff. And then get that off the bone. And you have the same thing with chicken thighs. And it peels off really easy. And that's all you do. This was an organic free-range turkey. The only thing I had to buy was like the green onions, the cream cheese, and the meat to wrap around what we call Polish roses. In my family, we have those with all of our holiday meals, or when Mom had a party or went to a party. In those cases, we weren't allowed to eat them, us kids. But now I can eat as many as I want. And that's a northern thing. My mother learned that from our relatives in Michigan. So we used to go there in the summers, family vacations. So I think I got most of the undesirable bits off that piece of thigh. Kind of like a sinew in a way, like you have on beef. And it's just a little tougher to chew, so we don't want that. But once it's processed in the dog's food, it'll be very tender. And you'll do the same thing with your leg. Get all those tendons out. And with turkey tendons, you can dry those in your dehydrator or on a low heat in your oven, and your dogs can actually chew those, and they are digestible. You can actually buy those for your dogs, but if you save them from your turkeys and dry them out, you can just turn them into doggy treats. And mine love them. So all I'm going to do now is just cut it up into small pieces, because it will shred up when you take it out of the jar with the potatoes. Now with corned beef and roast beef, I par cook it. I don't cook it all the way, and then I run it through the food processor and shred it up. But I think if you did that with the turkey, it could potentially make it dry when you go to fry it up. So I didn't do that. So I am going to continue cutting up all this turkey. I have the breast and a wing over here. I'm going to take the skin off and then slice that breast and vacuum seal it for sandwiches. I will pull off as much meat from the wing as I can and put that in the stock pot along with the carcass from the breast part. So I'm going to continue on with cutting up my turkey, and then I'll be back when we're mixing it with the taters. Alrighty, so we have our turkey, and then so far I have that much for the dogs. Remember, I'm gonna finish picking off the bones, and then I sliced the turkey breast and I saved the drippings, so I will drizzle that over those pieces of meat and then vacuum seal them for sandwiches or what have you. So my pot's full of water. I'll add some veggies, bay leaf, peppercorns, a splash. I can do that now. I'll have to get another bottle, but a splash of apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to add my potatoes. And did I mention these did soak all night in cold water and were rinsed several times? Going to add our turkey. Now, a lot of people always ask on the hash videos how much potato, how much meat. That's really going to depend on what you like. If you want it more meaty, add less potato. This is 3 pounds of potato here. And then, you know, whatever I got off of the turkey. And the point of hash for me is it really stretches your meat, especially like roast beef, corned beef. It'll really stretch. And then with a couple of eggs, piece of toast with jam, and you have a delicious meal. So make sure you have it all stirred up. And I have another turkey that I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with it. Because I think next year will be a turkey breast for Thanksgiving. So I think we're just going to have to reel in how we eat. So I wanted to really have an enjoyable Thanksgiving this year. So I think they're going to change for a while. Okay, so we're going to get our jars. sure you can see. Okay, have a pitcher of water. Now I'm not going to completely saturate. Hate it when I wash my jars and something ends up in them. Look like salt and pepper. So we are going to fill our jars, and at this point put a little bit in. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of canning salt. You can always add some salt when you cook it. Pack it down. I'm going to do it to 1 inch of headspace. And make sure getting it packed in there. Should get a spoon. And it just helps if you pack it some as you add your hash. And like I said, you can add as much meat to the potato as you like. I'm going to add some water. And 1 jar down. Add our salt. Pack it. You could even add onion to this if you like, bell pepper, so you can season it up even more if you want to. And you would cook this just like your corned beef hash or your roast beef hash. And as you can see, there's a decent amount of meat in here. And with some egg, you'll have plenty of protein between the meat and your egg in this recipe. And if this was an SHTF meal, you could use your powdered egg and have scrambled egg. So that's what our jars look like. Make sure I'm not in the light. And I'm just going to keep doing that until my bowl is empty. I just wanted to show you that I did add bell pepper and some onion to the rest of this. I have 6 jars over there, so I'd figure I'd do a couple with some bell pepper and onion, so that'll be like a hash O'Brien. So I'm going to finish filling my jars, and then we will come back and clean our rims and get them in the canner. Okay, we're all filled and debubbled. We have 2 jars of what I'm going to call turkey hash O'Brien with the onions and peppers. I want to get my canner set up over there. That's for the dogs. Do a haul for you guys. Make sure there's nothing on your burner. Okay. Paper towel. Have our vinegar here. Fingertip tight. You want to have 3 inches of water in your canner. Do you hear Mitzi racing around? She's a pistol. Sounds like it's raining again. And all you do is dump this out into a skillet and fry it up until it's golden brown. I think I can get a half pint in there for the dogs. Don't add any salt to your dogs. And there we go, we have a full canner. Okay. Now, over here you have a V on your handle. You have a V, you see it, on your lid. Match those V's up. Lock your canner when this pops up, and that has been venting steam for 10 minutes. You'll put your weight on. When the weight comes to a soft jiggle, you may have to adjust your heat. You'll set your timer for 75 minutes pints, 90 minutes quarts. So I will see you when these are coming out. Okay, you guys, our turkey hash is ready. Always take that off away from your face. Smells good. See, that's got the peppers and onions. Regular. That broth smells really good. I put the leek tops in, and it smells so good. There's no siphoning. That's our dog food. That's the other one with the bell pepper. have it, you guys. Eight jars of turkey hash and 1 jar of dog food. So, and this one has the bell peppers in it. And there's another one over there somewhere, that one over there. So yeah, give it a try, something different to put on the shelf. And that really stretched the meat, putting it with the potatoes, and can stretch it even further with the bell peppers and onions. So try a jar of each, see if you like it, and if you do, can you sum up? So anyways, if you have any questions, let me know down below. Share what you're doing with your leftover turkey, and you all stay safe, you stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video.